Hi everyone. Today we want to talk about a serious issue, that is the WE steel bolt. This corner is deformed and we are eager to know how could this happen, and today we have the answer. As you know, the WE built many excellent GBB rifles, but actually, though they look totally identical, but there are still some small parts are different. Not because the hand grip or the stock, because there are two different types. This is from the M4 and this is from the T91. But the more important is the lock pins and the lower receivers. They are still a little bit different. So actually, every GBB, sometimes you can find that you can switch the upper or lower receivers without any problem, but sometimes it can't. And maybe this is the reason why it can't. And we take this one for example first. I lock the bolt to the rear and press the bolt lock. I take this one for example. When we lock the bolt to the rear, the bolt lock should rise up, and this should be rise up more enough so it has enough space to stop the bolt. For this one, there's enough space so this bolt lock will be locked to the rear, and the bolt lock can lock the bolt exactly. So if you check your GBB, it's fine. It should look like this one. And in this situation, the bolt lock and the bolt carrier, both of them should be able to work together and fire 1,000 times without any problem. And now, I'll use this M4 steel bolt and put inside this T91. And show you what will happen. And currently, this corner, you can see it's already heat treated before and still not deformed. Okay, and now I'll pull the charge handle and lock the bolt to the rear. As you see, this time the bolt lock didn't rise higher enough. So compared with the earlier one, you can see the space is not enough. That means the bolt stop is not strong enough to lock the bolt to the rear exactly. So just a small move, even a shock, the bolt lock will release the bolt. And if I remove the upper and lower receiver, I just purely look at the steel bolt and the bolt lock. This should be the normal situation. So you can see the bolt lock rise up and engage enough space so it can able to catch the steel bolt. And if it's not enough, it's just right a little bit, just like this one. Because we already heat treat the bolt lock and the bolt carrier, so these two solid items will cut each other and become this one. So this corner deformed. I put it back to the start position so you can see it clearly. There are still machine marks over here, so you can see the bolt stop only catch a little bit. And this base is not strong enough. That's why this bolt carrier deformed. And now I'm going to tell you how to modify any mechanisms inside these lower or upper receivers to avoid this problem or try to minimize the problem. And the solution will be the both stop. For this one, for example, if you want to let this both stop rise higher, there you have two ways to go. The first one is build this block pin higher than the original. But it's very difficult and not easy. So instead we have another option. That is, we polish this part and try to build it shorter. And if it is shorter, this mechanism should be able to rise higher. So that will earn more space to engage with the steel bolt so it can catch the bolt carrier. And this is currently, as we know, why this happened. And well, I know that some people say the first version steel bolt carrier never happened this before, but the architect also told me that they still use the same materials just as the first version steel bolt carrier. So I think actually it's very difficult to tell the difference between the OK lower and upper receiver or it's not. So I think if you're just buying a steel bolt carrier and try to modify your WE, you should put them all together and check the progress I showed you before to make sure it won't deform before you fire it. Or the other way is you can order your WEM4 from the architect or the AST forum or the not forum, the online shop. So the engineers will help you to solve this problem. And I think currently this is the solution. And I know the architect now they are eagerly to build out their forging lower and upper receiver, and maybe this will be the final solution. And I know it's not easy for them, but I hope they keep going trying it. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.